All right. Hello once again. Uh, Welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. And this channel's for educational purposes. And we look into important things that you uh, could really benefit from knowing, but you probably don't because these are things that have been suppressed and that the gatekeepers are locking the door and making sure that you don't get in. But I've tried to dig a tunnel so you can get in the back way. But this is a segment that we have that is called Your Blind Side. And this is for the diggers and the anons and the truthers out there who um, may be uh, too involved in their digs to watch their back and to pay attention to things that might be, um, you know, hitting them from behind or their Achilles heels. And yeah, so uh, I was talking a little bit about statistics and stuff earlier, but yeah, I feel like the decodes, the numbers, um, there's a few misconceptions, I think, in terms of symbology. Um, Letters and numbers are magnetic, okay? Meaning that they attract each other. So if you have a similar number or an opposite number or letter, um, it's it's not like pure randomness that it's going to that you're not getting pure randomness that okay, this number matches up with this other number. Um, that's not when you assess the odds of that, that is not like you don't use the laws of statistics like that. Um, oh, it's a 1 in 100 chance that they would line up. It's much greater than that because there is a magnetic force in the universe. And so if you have an 8, for example, your chances of getting another 8 are way higher than 1 out of 10 or whatever. Um, they're way higher than that because there's a magnetic force that draws in another 8, uh, and or the opposite of 8, whatever that might be in this particular situation. Um, so that has to be taken into account. Um, I would just say that in terms of decoding, um, I'm not obviously not opposed to it. I'm totally in favor of it. And I'm totally in favor of the decodes that you're doing. But I just think that you're overstating the importance of them and you're overstating the um, messages that you're getting from them. I think part of this, again, is your Christianity bias because the Bible, maybe Judaism bias, whatever, your Bible bias, you know, everything is so based on prophecy there, you know, where you're trying to predict the future. Somebody predicted this, or somebody said that this was going to be like that. That is a lot of, um, contorting the facts to make them align with what's already been said. A lot of the prophecies in the Bible, and so just even having that mindset that okay, well, this prophecy, that or that and being open to that. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't be open to it, but you're wide open to it. You're not at all guarded to it. It's like the door is um, there's a flood going through, and you're just letting it, go with uh, whatever prophecy. A lot of these prophecies are super vague, and um, can be interpreted in a myriad ways. It's just like where they're prophesying, like the prophecies in Revelation. Well, when you're using this kind of symbolic language, you can kind of drape all kinds of different things onto it. And so it's not really, um, it's not that it's not there. It's just that it's not as earth shattering as you think it is. Um, and if you had a more uh, grounded understanding of what the Bible actually is, which is that it is a psyop that was written by the Romans, and it is a totally fictional story. And the Romans also went into the Old Testament and they wrote in a bunch of prophecies because they had control over the Pharisees, who were, you know, in charge of the Old Testament, and they forced a lot of these Pharisees to um, alter their scriptures, um, and to put in a line here or a line there, that predicted this or that. And these are the same as Jesus's prophecies, because the story of Jesus is backdated. It was really written in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, but it's depicted as occurring in the 30s. And so he can predict what's going on in the future, in 40 years in the future. And that's what he does. He predicts all kinds of things that happen in 70 AD during the war between the Romans and the Jews. And so it's, so a lot of these prophecies are rigged to start with. Um, I'm not saying they're all rigged, but I'm saying that the ones that even aren't rigged are overstated. And so we are ending up with the kind of the ironic situation that literally the diggers, the ones who are supposed to be involved in digging rabbit holes, have found themselves in a position where they are ungrounded. you know, you are literally digging in the ground and somehow you've gotten ungrounded, where you can get like manic and carried away by the uh, uh, profundity of your digs. they are they're relevant and they should be shared, but they're just not as cut and dried as you think they are. And uh, the the thing that I would say is that you're putting exclamation points on things that actually should be more understated. I have a pretty strong aversion to exclamation points. And when I see people using them, especially when I see them using multiple exclamation points at once, um, it generally means that there's some type of psychological um, uh, complex, or um, some kind of mental illness, minor mental illness involved, um, where you're yelling and screaming through your exclamation points. I mean, it's not that I never use exclamation points, but I just rarely use them because it's rarely suitable to use them. Most of the time, being understated about something and just saying, okay, well, this is the dig that I made, and this is what I found out. Um, I definitely could be wrong. It's, you know, could be a stretch. Um, Maybe this isn't as big of a deal as I think. Um, because when you start, you know, shooting off alarms and saying, "Oh, wow," and "Come on, another one," you know, you're getting the audience carried away with enthusiasm about something that is um, not necessarily earth-shattering, because there this is the nature of the universe, is to be attractive, at, to be magnetic. And so the existence of all of these anomalies and all of these coincidences is still there, but it's just not as earth shattering as you think it is. Okay. Like, share, subscribe, comment, contribute, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in today, and remember to watch your blind side.